Hi, Pete Marck, certified Colorado probate specialist here in Denver. Today, I'd like to touch on a question I get asked quite frequently, and that question is, when will I get paid or when will I get my inheritance? Well, when a decedent's estate goes through the probate process here in Colorado, there is what is called a line of succession, which is what the state of Colorado has decided is the order in which the estate will pay the expenses and liabilities of administering the estate and of the decedent. So once probate is open, someone has been appointed by the courts to be the personal representative, and the attorney is ready to disperse funds from the estate. The first debts to be paid are, and in this order, the administration expenses, the attorneys, CPAs, any professionals that have done work on behalf of the estate. Then comes burial and cremation expenses, those get paid. Then third is what some of you may recognize as called the federal death tax. What that is for any estates that are over, I believe this year it's $12 million. It changes every few years. After that amount, the estate is taxed at 40%. So the taxes have to get paid to Uncle Sam. Then the last illness claims, any medical expenses that the decedent had. Then the state of Colorado gets paid their taxes. However, we don't have any inheritance tax here. And I don't know much about the state tax because I'm not a CPA. But if you do have questions about this, just give me a call and I can hook you up and connect you to a CPA on my team that specializes in probate, and I'm sure they'll be able to answer any specific questions that you have. After those expenses get paid out, there's another one that's called the estate recovery, Medicaid estate recovery. So any Medicaid expenses that the decedent has must get paid. And after that, second to last will be remaining valid creditors. This could be credit cards, debts, loans, etc. And then finally, after all those other individuals and entities have been paid, the heirs get whatever's left over. So as you can see, the heirs are the last ones to be paid out of a decedent's estate. If there are any funds left over, there might not be any funds left over or very little, which is just another reason to have a trust account for the family or for the decedent if you own property to put it into a trust. I use the analogy that if an estate with a large chocolate chip cookie, for example, everyone gets a bite of it, and then whatever crumbs are left over is what goes to the decedent's heirs. So as you can see, there are many, many reasons to have a great team on your side when going through probate, with the goal of maximizing any equity in the estate, which will allow the heirs to inherit as much of the leftover equity as possible. So that today wraps up our probate in a nutshell on line of succession. And if you don't have an estate plan with a family trust and would like to speak with an attorney about your options, reach out to me either by phone at 720-203-8812 or send me a text to that number. I can also be reached by email, which is Pete, P-E-T-E, .marck@gmail.com. And I can refer you to a few select family law and estate planning attorneys that I have on my team.